just a player of 14, you always have these times when you're like really playing it a lot, and then you have to take a break for a few weeks or a month or something. Even Yoshida has spoken about it, that's normal and it happens to everyone. So I would have the same kind of cycle as well. So I would be like really hardcore into raiding, crafting, everything, and then just having like a downtime of like doing triple kayak, maybe weekly and stuff, and then just.
Well, that leads to the question: what is your preferred class?
Can I have two?
Okay.
White mage and warrior.
Well, those are two very different classes.
I know. So basically, I really love healing, and I'm the kind of person who's always making sure that everyone's okay. So healing works for me. But then I realized that I got too comfortable in it, and I really needed to break out of my comfort zone to develop as a player.
It changes the game massively. If you go from, say, a healer to a DPS, and then you go to a tank, my god, they're completely different worlds apart.
Yeah, and then you need to relearn all the strategies and stuff.
Are you a Savage player?
No.
Do you play on PS4, PS3?
Oh, depending on where I am.
A hybrid. Nice.
Yeah.
And now you can move your configurations.
Exactly.
It's beautiful.
I know, right?
It is really nice. You know, the problem I actually find, to shut up, Dan, one of the biggest issues I have is because I spend my entire day at my desk. The last thing I really want to do is continue to stay at my desk. So I'll go upstairs, I'll move my configuration, and I just sit down on the PS4 and there we go. Get a standing desk. They just put in a brand new desk. Truth told, it's an IKEA kitchen countertop. It's like 7 foot long. It's solid art, it's gorgeous. It's so brilliant.
IKEA, gorgeous.
It's not cheap. It was like $400. It's like this thing. It's like it's like a wooden kitchen. Why are we talking about this? Let's talk about the remake, because even though you're not there anymore, you were there at the beginning of the talks and the transition moving from 15 into 7, and the moment when you sat there and you realize, holy shit, this is the remake. Tell us, how is that?
You say, I'm not involved right now, but actually John just asked me while I was going to the marathon, he asked me to the virtual PR. Apparently he said to me, he kept looking at me, like, am I breaking the NDA? I'm like, no.
It's funny because I was talking to Chris Araga just a few weeks ago. Chris used to work. What was Chris's role?
He was a community manager for Luminous Productions.
Okay. Did you ever see that? No, it don't matter. But anyway, he sent me a message. He's like, I got scolded for something a few weeks ago. It was really minor. Honest to God, I don't know even why they scolded me. Didn't show anything, didn't do anything. All I said, it's worth the wait. I was holding a controller and whatever. But I got scolded, and he turned around and said, I thought you late. He said, anytime you've got a question, why don't you just reach out to Dan? Because I'm sure Dan will tell you it's okay or not, you can do that. So I can't do that. And then if they scold me Dan, I'll scold Dan. So that's what we're going to do. So you are now, I tell you what, Kupocon will hire you as are we going to get scolded manager. Sound good?
That sounds good.
Hey, it's crap. 10,000 gil a year, not that great.
I'll look good on my LinkedIn profile.
Exactly.
But yeah, about seven women.
Yeah.
I just when I first found out about it, it was the year was announced the year first
2015.
Yeah, when Square Enix had their big press conference. Which, looking back, it's so bad. The content's amazing, but oh my god, the press conference is bad. But
they used to be fair, most press conferences are usually pretty bad. So it's not just a company specific.
But so we had a team meeting, and we all went into a meeting room. And you know it's serious. As soon as when everyone comes in, they close the door and draw the blinds, and you're like, the heck is going on here?
You're about to get fired.
And everyone's like, I was like, uh-oh. I'm like, I'm the most junior person here. I haven't been in the company for long. I'm like, is this normal? Is this where we announced we were gonna get laid off? And then they told us, like the senior management thing, they told us we're gonna do a press conference. And then a very quick PowerPoint slide comes up, and it has a list of everything that's going to be announced. Of course, everything's under code names. Funny enough, except for Nier Automata, which on the slide was called Nier 2. So it was like,
I wonder what that could be.
I wonder what that is, and I'm like, but yeah. So they had
that listed. I don't know if they've ever announced the code name for 15, so I wouldn't say just because they didn't. But they did announce the code name for. Actually, yeah, they did. 15 is No? Is it still not private?
No, it's only because the Kingsgate before people
Well,
keep
no,
saying
for the Kingsgate thing, they did mention it in an actual press video. They said, no, I don't care. They've said it many times.
This is the
It
thing,
was,
right?
it was Onyx or Kingsgate. I won't say 15 because I don't think that. I can't remember. I feel like that might have been in the book. But was it Kingsgate on that list? Do you remember?
Not at this point, no,
Because it would have already passed.
yeah,
Right.
because 15 had already been announced,
Okay.
so it wasn't part of
Gotcha.
the lineup. It actually wasn't in the.
Okay, before you go any further, everything that was on that list. I don't want to know. But everything that you remember being on that list has it seen the light of day?
All except 7.
Yes.
Yes. Either that or I can't remember what they are.
They probably like on the way out. Look at this.
But yeah, on the list of the all the code names, and all of them were various code names. Some of them you would never figure out what they were. But there was one that was in particular looked a bit odd. And the rest of the titles, in the meeting, they all told us what they are. This is this, etc. This is probably how it's all going to roll out. But they never talked about one in particular. So after the meeting, I went to my manager, I'm like, what is that? And he's like, I can't tell you. I'm like, everyone else in the room seems to know what it is. And then he just looked at me and goes, if it's what you think it is, that is it. And that was it. And I was like, oh. At which point I figured out what it was. It was 7 Remake.
It's Kingdom Hearts 7.5.
Yeah, and then from then we skip forward to E3. And this was actually the last PlayStation press conference as well. And that was where the first trailer was debuted.
Was it PS? Yeah, the PS4 was obviously.
Yeah. So I remember I was lucky and I actually got to go. And I was sitting in the raft quite high up. And I swear to God, I've never seen anything like it. Because if you cast your mind, if you remember back, it starts off with the live stream going off in the background, and people, like the host, I can't remember who was speaking on the stage at the time, but it was a PlayStation executive. And you could see that people were getting a little bit hyper. But it was also the PlayStation experience in December before that where Square announced the original Final Fantasy VII coming to PS4. So people had already been burned on thinking what.
Well, not just that, they had the technical demo before that they were burned on, and it's just been never ending.
But what happened was amazing because as the trailer began, and you couldn't tell it was Final Fantasy VII at all. And you can see people at the front of, if you look at imagine like a concert, and the people close to the stage, you can see them going like, no. And then as it goes on and on, you see more and more people going back, going like, it's a thing, it's a thing. And then there's like people like shut up, sit down, and we sit down. And as it goes on and on, it's like a Mexican wedding of people coming, standing up, and then sitting down, standing up, sitting down.
Wet seats.
And then right at the moment when you see Barrett's gun arm, he walks in, the whole floor just on their feet, erupt, and then you see Cloud with his butt sword, and I swear, it was deafening. Like, it was incredibly emotional because as a fan, you're thinking like, oh, this is a big thing. I'm really excited to see this. This was actually the first time I'd ever seen the trailer as well. Because I knew it was going to be shown, but I'd never seen it. And just to see everybody explode in the same way. It's almost like, in a weird way, you kind of feel like sinking into the chair like this because everything is so big around you. And everyone is on their feet, and you're like, holy shit. And it's like, wow. It's like you really get, it's hard to capture that feeling. Like, it's a once in a lifetime thing.
John said the same thing about when he was there. I forget the name of the theatre. It was the day before E3 or something that they announced. And they did the whole trailer where it was like new game into remake or whatever. He said that the crowd just erupted. And it's also been a hell of an experience.
Yeah, I'm very grateful to have been a part of it.
No, you don't cry, but you don't cry.
Dan doesn't cry at all. You never seen Dan cry?
Never cried. Never cried. No, I didn't. But if I could, I might.
You like dry-eyed, tear ducts are broken or something? Okay, so completely flipping it around because I didn't get an opportunity. We spoke about all the great things in Final Fantasy. Let's go back to the sour Room 101 idea. Name me one thing that you wish you could cast into the Room 101. The thing that you could take. Oh, you're gripping that microphone like you're gonna break it. So I'll let you go first.
Okay, Final Fantasy VII Remake Carbuncle. Jesus, that head, like, what the fuck happened? Like, what? Who approved
I mean, I only saw it. Look, I only saw it this morning. So I'm so busy, right? It was just out yesterday. That picture, wasn't it? Or the day before, was it?
Day before.
It wasn't very long ago. But 5 o'clock this morning was the first time I'd seen the render, the official render, and I was like trying to focus, and I was thinking, how much did I drink last night? And then next to it is this chocobo that looks high as anything, and I'm like, wow.
When I first saw them, they were on a Final Fantasy XIV meme site, and I actually thought it was a meme until I realized it wasn't.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, what do you guys think? In or out? That was really mixed. Okay, so if you think it should go into Room 101, yell now. If you think it deserves a place in the remake, yell now. Moving on. It's gone. I just don't think that's gonna, like, I don't know what it would take. It's a day one patch, we said this earlier, and I think that slowly but surely, every time you play, the forehead will get shorter.
I hope so.
It'll be oh my god, it'll be a DLC. You can pay like, $50 and the foreheads get smaller.
I'd pay it. Especially because I'd be spoiled by 14 carbuncles that I'll keep as F.
Yeah. That's fair. But to be fair, there's a lot of us.
Well, you get some, you lose some.
Come on then. It's yours.
Ooh. Okay, can I give you 4 and you can pick which of the 4 choices?
Oh yeah, sure.
I got a long list.
Take over.
So, first is people who say Square Enix or Tidus, because it's Tidus, and that's it is a Tidus. It comes from the Okinawan word Tida and Yuno, which is sun and moon. And Okinawa, in Japan, is where all the beaches are. So it kind of makes sense. It's not to do
The only
with
way I know that is from karate. That's all. Yeah.
Which one? The original, right?
Oh god, yeah, the new one. Don't even poof into Room 101. Mr. Miyagi is my Pat. I forget his name now. Pat Morito, is it? Legend. He can trim my bonsai tree any day. Unfortunately, you disgusting. And he's dead. You should be ashamed of yourselves. Carry on.
Okay, next will be Emo Cloud.
Emo Cloud. You've done 3. You did Tidus, Square Enix,
Yep.
Emo Cloud. What would be considered Emo Cloud?
As in the more modern version.
So you don't like the version in the remake?
You see, this is interesting.
Alright, or you think you Advent Children more?
This is the thing, actually, because Advent Children kind of makes sense because of the...
I don't like the models in Advent Children.
Because
Barrett's tragic.
I mean, we're not talking about the way they look, but like their personalities and how they presented. Because in Advent Children, it kind of makes sense, right? Because PTSD and trauma, so you can understand that. But it's the things surrounding others. If you look at the original artwork for Cloud in Final Fantasy VII, you guys all know the artwork where he's standing, he's got the buster sword, looking he's dead in the eye. He's a soldier, literally. And it's strong pose. But if you look at his Dissidia artwork, it's always the opposite. His feet are together, his shoulders are down, he's looking at the ground, not holding up his buster sword. And it's not the portrayal of the character. He's a different character now.
That would probably be because the teams are all different working on each one kind, so they portray him differently in the way they...
Well, you say that, but it's still Tetsuya Nomura who has to sign off on how the artwork and how it looks.
What about number 4?
Number 4 would be... The Square Enix and Tidus one was one. The other one I think would be how to put this. I guess, entitled fans. And you know the type, you know what I'm
Okay.
do that thing.
Does the same name jump to your head as well?
Probably. There's that, and then people who won't let go of verses.
Actually, that was one of the things that somebody else selected for Room 101.
I would have said verses 13 straight up, but then without verses we would have 15.
Okay, so you get to pick which one of the four you
I get
want
to
to get. Go on, pick one. I'd go with pronunciations. Because, you know, it's really irritating, and it's, like, the employees in the American office will say Enix on the stream, which confuses things even more. And in certain games, like World of Final Fantasy, it'll pop up and they say it with the different voices, and sometimes it has a voiceover and it will say Square Enix.
We don't know what the Final Fantasy, they say the title, but they don't say Square.
In some, yeah,
But in Dissidia,
okay,
Dissidia
Matt definitely said in his stream, he's always saying Enix.
They do, the American office do. But in Dissidia NT, they say Square Enix. All the characters say it.
Okay. Alright, it's
Then shows
Enix.
how many
Can we agree on that? Good enough.
So begrudgingly.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's always a pleasure to have you back, Dan. Ella, thanks for being here today.
Thank you for having me.
No, thank you for being here. It's always a pleasure to see like how things operate on the other side, and it's always great to have you. And you can come back again.
Thank you very much. Well, I can't speak for Ella, but I think we will both come back.
Just to let you know. Ladies and gentlemen, Dan and Ella, thank you. See you like a triple crown, maybe a ton of tripod cards before you leave.